After last game, we spoke about complementary football and where we missed some opportunities on that. We had a op at one at the end of the half, didn't get it. Had one to come out for the second half, didn't get it. This week, we did not miss on those chances, and that's really important to pass the baton to the next group, The long return resulted in a touchdown. Punt return obviously was for a touchdown, but getting a stop, getting a drive to get the long field goal at the half, that's when we're at our best. And we work hard at that spot. And when you miss the mark, it stings like we did before. But I wanted to make sure we challenge ourselves to be aggressive and bold and take our chances when we could. That's who we are. And I thought the guys really delivered on that. This is a resilient group, so I wasn't surprised. But I was pleased to see us doing that, knowing that new faces, some different spots, but the attitude, the mindset of how we want to play ball, that would stay consistent. So all that said, let's get rocking with you guys.
How gratifying was it to have all three phases show up today after a tough week?
Yeah, and special teams was right at the start of it again. And I thought they've got a knack, and we're gaining on it. Having Jalen there on the punt return side, seeing Debo on the kick return side. I think what we saw maybe a week ago, Chick, was the covering side of punt, putting it down inside. And so we just missed some of those chances. And so when you can capitalize and win on field position, a long return, keeping them pinned back, those are winning football moments. And when you do it, the results, the story almost writes itself. And when you don't do it, you just keep putting yourself behind and you make it more difficult. So it was cool to see all guys leaning in on one another today.
And everybody who's come in here said that you provided the inspiration after what you went through. We can see it on your face right now. you go in and get treatment and come back out and talk to these guys. Just describe what took place for you.
Well, we made the kick and came in, and then we went out and started it again. But, we all had a good laugh about it for sure.
What did that feel like?
Yeah, probably like you'd expect, and, it's this kind of part like, don't want it to happen, but it was all good.
Getting stitches?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
For Marcus, obviously you have a lot of confidence in what he's going to do, but to see him come out there and be that effective, what do you think?
Yeah, I was pleased, Ben. I knew we'd support him like crazy. You just knew it. This teammate, what he is. I thought it looked, very much quintessential Marcus. Aggressive, run past stuff, to go, scrambling, being aggressive. He felt very much in control of it. I was pleased with the line in terms of the run game to go. But for him, I knew, okay, would he stay consistent and not have extra, things to go? And, man, he's just so steady. And I thought that's exactly where it was. I was super proud of him.
In terms of the resolve for your team, coming off that loss, all these injuries, to go out and perform like that and just, hey, this is a team we should probably beat at home, and you went and did that. What does that say about a team from, the perspective of, hey, this is what contenders do?
I think more than anything, Ben, is, when you have a loss that you don't like and you got to sit in it and, man, this game could not get here quick enough. But I wasn't surprised by their resilience either. We weren't happy, but, we're going to make the adjustments. What do we got to do to change it? And that's how we did it. And so I wasn't surprised about the energy that we would see coming out. It was awesome to see, that energy kind of take place right into the opening play, into the offense to go. And so I thought, then defense, there was a turnover. They went back to 3 and out, no points on that. So that's really what I was most pleased on today, was seeing us live that football back and forth between all three phases.
Coach, when Jaden plays, he's almost always the focus of attention. In a game like this, when he's not playing, and you perform like this, does this speak to the strength of your roster and the organization?
I think it speaks to the entire team. We talk even some of the guys who played, who didn't last week. There were maybe close to 7 players who played today or maybe played against Green Bay and didn't play tonight at tight end and receiver and running back and quarterback and some other spots. It does speak to the team. And when called upon, being able to deliver, I was super proud of Jeremy on the long, maybe 60 yards or something like that. You don't know who's going to be the one to take that step and make the one, but when you have consistent performers and they're ready to go, I think he's kind of the epitome of commander standard, does it right, follows through with it. So it was good to see that tonight.
Dan, I mean this seriously. Return to play is a big thing for this group.
Yes.
What was yours?
Just the doctors did come and evaluate me to make sure I was good and stop the bleeding and get going. So they had too many people around me. I said, go take care of the guys. But I was certainly thankful for them as well.
And how big was it for Gay to make that field goal at the half?
Yeah, I thought it was big, missing the other one to go. We've got confidence in DA, and you've heard us say that, but he does have to deliver on that and hit it. He's different between hitting it well and making it. And so making it, that was a big deal, provided energy to go. We knew we were starting the other way to the half. And so for the defense to get the stop, go, that's the back and forth. I was pleased to see us take the shot, Marcus get out of bounds, give us a chance at it. We were just off in those spaces last week. I felt like too much time at the end, long one, we missed it, they missed it. So being back in that groove was important. We work hard at that, and so I was glad to see us in those spaces be able to deliver.
Dan, why did you guys hit Brandon Coleman?
We really made, as competition, the biggest part of it. We made both spots at guard with Nick and Brandon. They're a big part of what we do, but that is the central theme of where we're at. And so we're still in the early days here to get going, and competition's part of who we are in all ways, in all shapes and sizes. So with inside at guard, hey, we're going to go it a different way. That doesn't mean where we're at for, I'm not making any statement or message. Trust me on that. This is what we're doing right today. And we'll keep digging, man. That's what competing is about. And you just keep battling to find it. And we'll continue to do that.
So that's ongoing. That's not like a one-game reset. Whoever continues to
That's correct.
win that competition is the guy.
Yep. Both spots. Yep.
Dan, I know you want to bypass the face and all that, but when Bobby Wagner sits there and says everything that Coach preaches to us was on display in that moment when he went down and got up as a head coach, is that what you want your guys to see in you?
Yeah, he's one of a kind, man. Wags is. It's leading, it's performance, it's play, it's perspective, and so he really has such a good vibe on our team and who we are. His standards as a ball player, as a teammate, are so high. How would you not want to go fight for guys like him? And so, amongst others. So, we're honored and to coach him, man. He's one of a kind.
Last two, let's go Barry and Nikki.
Dan, what did you think of the defensive front, both in really stuffing the run and then getting after Geno?
Yeah, I thought we had to get the pressure on. This guy can absolutely rip the ball, so we knew that was going to be one of the factors. I think the running back's going to be a real player. He's got quickness. He can break tackles, and so going into it, you can see why he's as talented as he is. So coming in, we thought, D-line, man, let's make your move, make your space to go. Can we find ways to affect you? I thought, honestly, he got out of a few and showed the mobility to throw some third downs down the field. Those are hard ones, scrambling, going, completing it. But I've seen that movie before with him. Unfortunately, he's that type of competitor. So when he can get outside the pocket, he's kind of got the arm strength to just about put it anywhere. But I was pleased to see the group's effort, mindset to go for it.
You had a number of young players really step up with Jalen,
Yep.
Bill,
Yep.
and Luke getting his first touch. What did that mean to you to see those guys really
Yeah,
play a big role?
I think it's proving, Nikki, that they're ready and they're wanting to establish that to their teammates. You can be counted on. I thought I can't remember the exact play, but there was a blitz pickup by Bill against a very effective blitzer. A tough matchup, tough one to go. Stood in, hit it just exactly, like you would draw it up to do it. That takes confidence to go and be there. Pass protection sometimes as a running back can be tricky and overloads and who's where. So that was demonstrated pass protection ability, which is a hard thing to do. And so he'd be one in that instance. And there's a number of guys, like you said, that are, making their space and trying. And it takes games like now, they get opportunities, and can you deliver when those moments come? Because it's one thing, that they're getting their chance, but then, man, you also got to deliver on it.
And then with Marcus, he had that fumble early. Kind of how did he bounce back from that, from what you saw there?
Yeah, I thought, honestly, stayed very level-headed. He stayed aggressive into it. So, yeah, I felt no flinch into that. I just felt it was very quintessential him, a really clean game. He was just on it. And I expected that, but it's always nice to see it, to say, man, that's it. That's who he is. And so we see it in practice so often, especially against the defense. And so I'm never surprised when he plays well. All right, thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.